Get out of your comfort zone. How many times have you heard this refrain? It's become ubiquitous in our society. But I believe words have power, and this expression could actually damage you in your path of personal growth and in your quest for success and wealth. I'll explain why in this video and provide a more effective alternative. The expression comfort zone was created by British behavioral psychologist Alasdair White and expressed for the first time in a 2006 research paper called From Comfort Zone to Performance Management. The purpose of this paper was to provide a theoretical framework for performance management in a business context, but the expression itself was soon adopted by popular culture and turned into a motivational meme. Catchphrases such as "get out of your comfort zone" or "your comfort zone will kill you" are meant to convey the notion that there's no achievement without risk-taking. I can, of course, agree with this notion, but the excessive simplification of a complex phenomenon often breeds confusion instead of awareness. The textbook definition of comfort zone is a psychological state where a person feels at ease and in control, and therefore experiences low levels of anxiety and stress. As a matter of fact, the key concept at play here is that of stress, and we've been told over and over that stress is bad for us, so why would we want to pursue it? Besides, feeling at ease and in control is a desirable state for anyone. The problem with this cultural meme is that it has been automatically associated with extreme sports and big financial risks, and with a daredevil attitude in general. As a result, whenever we hear the phrase "get out of your comfort zone," our brains automatically associate with it the idea of extreme discomfort. The natural perception is that we need to go from one extreme to another to improve ourselves, but that's actually the furthest thing from the truth. Granted, there are events in life where we must face severe and unforeseen challenges, but they almost invariably lead to extreme stress and trauma, and they are forced upon us by things we have no control over. What pop culture doesn't say is that there are two different forms of stress, and one is actually very good for us. Wait, scratch that. This good stress is actually the secret key to any meaningful achievement in the history of mankind. You see, stress is a physiological adaptation to the environment. Whenever our organisms face new conditions, a complex neurological feedback system pushes them to adapt. This adaptation happens primarily in our brains through the creation of new cells and connections. But what really matters when we try to learn a new skill are repetition and gradualness. Whether we want to lose weight and get in good shape, learn how to speak in public, become proficient at computer programming, excel in a sport, develop great social skills, or hone our business skills, just to name a few out of the 1,000 possible and worthy pursuits. The key is to start small and perform gradually more difficult tasks in that specific area with daily frequency. But that's not all. Even more important than repetition and gradualness is the fact that our brains work through a mechanism of pain and pleasure. Many people avoid challenges because they are afraid of great discomfort, and or because they are afraid of being bad at something. Actually, a more precise way to put it is that they are afraid of the feelings of diminished self-esteem deriving from a failed attempt. Both fears are irrational and caused by a society that pays a disproportionately greater attention to achievements than to struggles. We always read about big accomplishments, but never about the struggles and failures that lead to such accomplishments. Both fears are easily dispelled with simple realizations. The first is that approaching a new challenge by starting from very small steps minimizes the perceived discomfort. There is no extreme pain or distress when you start small and increase the difficulty slowly. As for the second, I'll tell you a little secret that very few talk about. Anyone can become good at anything. I know this may sound strange and in conflict with your beliefs, but we all share the same biology and we all possess something called neuroplasticity. Anyone can become proficient in any skill, provided they start small and slowly increase the difficulty. Every successful person celebrated in the media has been unsuccessful first, and probably for a long time. So there's no need to be afraid of failures and mistakes. In fact, they are fundamental to learn. The other aspect very few people talk about, and this is perhaps the real key, is that if fear of pain is what keeps many from trying, pleasure is what keeps many going forward after they get started. Good emotions after small accomplishments constitute the positive feedback in the brain that propels us further in a long path. To make a simple but universal example, when a person wants to lose weight, most diet programs and principles are nothing but tactics and strategies that fail without addressing the underlying mechanism of pain and pleasure. Associating pleasurable emotions to a different image in the mirror, to the fatigue of intense training, and perhaps even to the sense of hunger, is the key to losing weight. And deriving more pleasure from a good self-image than from food is the key to stay lean afterwards. How does all of this relate to the comfort zone? Well, a shift in perspective would be much more fruitful and beneficial. Instead of thinking our comfort zone is the enemy, we should decide to appreciate it and nurture it. We should love it so much that we want to grow it as much as possible. Imagining your comfort zone as a bubble you live inside of, and every challenge and effort in learning a new skill as you pushing in a specific point to increase the dimension of the bubble is a psychological trick that can lead to success in any pursuit. Instead of adopting the tired and stale cliche that is, get out of your comfort zone, you should replace it with expand your comfort zone. And if your chosen challenge is of the financial kind, perhaps my new book could help you. Millions of people would like to quit their job and achieve financial freedom, but they don't know how and can easily fall for faulty narratives that only damage them in their quest. If you're one of them, my book, The Critical Thinker's Guide to Passive Income, can help you develop the correct mindset. Because to generate passive income, achieve financial freedom, and enjoy wealth, you don't need gurus and hype. You need critical thinking. I'll leave a link in the description in case you are interested. That's it for today. If this video had value for you, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. It's a small gesture for you, but a huge help for me to keep making videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and see you in the next one.